what a wonderful thing to see.
The bell rings for Mathieu van der Poel, and he is in this next lap joining a group that includes Fabian Cancellara, Johan Museeuw, Rick van Looy and Eddy Merckx himself as a three-time winner. Only two other riders, Roger de Vlaeminck and Tom Boonen, have won more because they've both won 4. Who would bet against Mathieu van der Poel joining that club and maybe even going beyond it to become the greatest Paris-Roubaix rider of all time? Tadej Pogačar, the Tour de France champion, tested Mathieu van der Poel today, but he was more than up to it as well. 3 wins in a row for Mathieu van der Poel, and what a moment in the sunshine of the Roubaix Velodrome. 3 in the air and more to come, I suspect. Mathieu van der Poel is the 2025 winner of Paris-Roubaix.
We are living through a golden age of classics riders and classics racing at the minute, and none of those riders are more glorious when they're in their pop than Mathieu van der Poel. And we've got Tadej Pogačar coming in to claim a very well-deserved second. They're now tied on 8 monuments each.
Amazing, amazing. This year the monuments have gone. Mathieu van der Poel, of course, at Milan-San Remo. Then last weekend, the Ronde van Vlaanderen, where Tadej Pogačar was utterly dominant, using his watts per kilo to his advantage. Well, he's come here today as seemingly a watts per kilo minnow and proved that he's not just a big set of lungs tagged onto a little body. He is a complete bike rider, and I think we can say with this, the most important thing to say about Tadej Pogačar, Hutch, is he will be back.
Oh, for sure he'll be back. You don't finish second in a race like that, like this race, the way he finished second, and not come back, because he knows he can do this now. He knows that he can ride on the cobbles with the best of them. It didn't work out for him this year, but that's not because he's not the right rider for the race. That's because it just didn't work out for him this year.
He had the crash, he crashed and went actually over the bars. He has a bloodied hand and elbow from doing that, but there is the familiar smile of Tadej Pogačar, the Slovenian megastar of our sport, in the World Champions bands, second on debut at Paris-Roubaix, and here come the others waiting to get the bell as well. This is going to be a sprint between Mads Pedersen, Wout van Aert and Florian Vermeers, who's been here before on the podium in this race. Can he do it again? He's already been second in the past. The best he can get out of this now is third. The trouble is he's with 2 of the best sprinters in the sport here. What can Wout van Aert do? This is the final spot on the podium. Who do you reckon is going to get it, Hutch?
Well, Mads Pedersen's been forced to lead it out, so maybe Wout van Aert's finally going to get the better of him this one.
Yeah, Mads Pedersen got the better of Wout van Aert last weekend at the Ronde van Vlaanderen, where Wout van Aert was 4th, and van Aert is really twitchy. Florian Vermeers has to go somewhere. He's hoping that the distance will do it for him at this point. Mads Pedersen opening up. Pedersen leading into the final bend. What has Wout van Aert got? He's left the door open for Wout van Aert, and I don't think he can do it. Yes, Pedersen takes yet another podium spot and another 4th place for Wout van Aert.
And when is Mads Pedersen ever going to win a monument?
Well, he'll have to keep waiting. We will keep waiting. He's won the World Championships, but as we know, he would probably give that up for a win in this, the Paris-Roubaix.
And Wout van Aert rolling in 4th for what's been, by his standards, a disappointing classic season. This is probably the monument that suited Wout van Aert best, and he still hasn't won it. He's got a second, he's now got a 4th. It just hasn't worked out for him.
Mathieu van der Poel straight to congratulate Tadej Pogačar, who's alongside Mauro Gianetti, his sports director. This is going to be the sprint for, what are we looking at now, Hutch? 6th? Marcus Hulgaard. I counted how many we've got in. Marcus Hulgaard, Stefan Bissegger, and what a ride by these guys as well. Jonas Ruch and Marcus Hulgaard were in the original breakaway, so survivors from the original breakaway. It shows if you're strong enough, you can hang on, as we know in this race.
It's one of the unique characteristics of this race, and I love the fact that these groups will keep sprinting because it's Paris-Roubaix, and you show your respect to Paris-Roubaix when you get to the Velodrome in a group, you sprint for the win.
Yeah, they are going for 5th. If I got that right, I've got to count them across the line. Marcus Hulgaard, the Norwegian champion, they're going for 6th. Stefan Bissegger in the middle, and then Jonas Ruch goes long. How has he got anything left in his leg? He's been in the breakaway all day. Jonas Ruch has launched a big one. Let's hope he can hang on to it. What a fantastic ride by him. It's going to be Bissegger going after him, but I think Ruch is going to hang on to this. Yes, he is. Jonas Ruch gets 6th. Stefan Bissegger 7th, and Marcus Hulgaard, what a fantastic ride as our first national champion across the line. This is the rest of them coming in, and I think we've got here, they've got a lap to go. They're hearing the bell, of course. Is that Fred Wright in that group? I think it might be. We've got some riders here who've come up that we actually haven't even seen much of today either, so there's been some sifting going on further down this field, Hutch, as well.
Oh, so the race ends up so spread out. that you just don't see what's happening outside those first 2 or 3 groups, and often that only means 6 or 7 riders.
Yeah, that's the next group coming in now as well, which has got ቢንያም Girmay being led out the front of it. Here comes Pipo Ganna. We haven't seen him for a while. Dan Hula's in there too as well. There is one of the Tudor riders, and I think that's Fred Wright, who's just come across the line in the top 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Just about.
And that was Jasper Philipsen there as well. So we've now found out where he is. That's Marco Haller on the line, Pipo Ganna, ቢንያም Girmay, and Mike Turnison in that group too. Wow.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, just watching it's exhausting enough, isn't it? Oh, I hope you lot at home have enjoyed it. Don't go anywhere.
Such a thrilling race.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to bring you all the interviews and the podium presentations as well, as Mathieu van der Poel is no doubt being led in to be wiped down and cleaned as well.
Oh, what a brilliant photograph! What a brilliant photo finish image.
Yes, there's a cyclocross rider, if ever I saw one. He's doing the rolling dismount, or is he doing the remount? One or the other?
No, he's hopping off because he smart enough to cross his line on the bike, but held his bike in the air as soon as he got across the line.
This is Antonio Morgado. Morgado overlapping the group that's got Tim Malia in it. Morgado going for this one too. This is a fantastic sprint between these guys. In actual fact, hang on. No, they've just gone over the top of that group. I'm getting confused between riders who... Some of them are hearing the bell there as well. Now, this is the confusing moment.
You're not a commissaire.
They need to be careful, don't they? They do need to be careful. That's one of those tricky moments of getting riders out of the way. Some of them who've just sprinted will try and swing off to the left. They'd almost be better off swinging high and staying high out of the way.